Welcome back, guys. This is Automotive Anonymous. That's the brand spanking new Chevy Colorado that you've been waiting for. It's the first model year of the third generation, new for 2023, and it has a lot of changes over the previous second generation, such as the turbo out of the Silverado. Anyways, we're gonna do a walk around and go through the specs, initial driving impressions, 0 to 60 with the GPS, and then final thoughts to decide, is the all-new Colorado worth your time and money? Or do you wait for the new Ranger, the new Tacoma, or any other mid-sized truck? Big thanks to Twin Falls Chevy for letting me borrow this one for the day. And otherwise, let's dive right in with this review. There's currently 5 trim levels of the 2023 Chevy Colorado, starting with the $29,000 work truck. After destination and any extra goodies, it's a little bit more than that. And then you have the top of the line ZR2 that starts about $46,000 before extra options and destination. This one is the LT, so it's the second lowest trim level, but it's actually quite loaded. It has most of the options you can even spec one of these with, meaning it's about a $50,000 truck. It's in radiant red tint coat, which in person looks fantastic. There's a lot of flake in the paint. This new generation of Colorado is more powerful and faster than even the V8s were in the first generation of the Colorado. You should know though that this is about an 18-foot long truck, roughly 7 feet wide with the mirrors sticking out, 6.5 feet tall. The ground clearance on an LT is roughly 8 inches. If you go Trail Boss, it's 9.5. If you go ZR2, it's 10.5. The way this one is spec'd with its 342 final drive ratio is it's able to hold about 1,700 pounds of payload, compared to the ZR2 with its off-road suspension that can only hold about 1,150 pounds of payload. And then when you're hooked up to a brake trailer, you can tow up to 7,700 pounds in the configuration that this one has. It also has a 62-foot long bed. The narrowest portion between the wheel wells is about 45 inches. And then overall, it's about 42 cubic feet of capacity back here. The gas tank is located on the driver's side. It's a 21-gallon tank, and these are rated for 17 city, 21 highway, so you're gonna be road tripping for about 440 miles if you're conservative. This LT Colorado has a Goodyear Wrangler tire, and it's a 265/65/18 with a temporary spare tire that's under the bed, 13.4-inch rotors on the front, 13.3-inch brake rotors on the rear, and then it has an independent front suspension and a 2-stage multi-leaf on the rear. You guys have seen enough of the exterior, so I should show you the key. It has lock and lock, the panic button, and then remote start, and then you can just leave that puppy in your pocket because you have the proximity key features to lock and to unlock the vehicle. The door panel looks really nice, a lot of soft touch black materials, which is pretty common for the current GM design language. Nice, decent thickness armrest, it's very soft. You have a nice handle, some forged carbon fiber looking theme down there, all of your controls. Speaker, it actually does have Bose speakers, you'll see soon enough. Bottle holder, some snacks, and then a lot of empty space. I feel like they could have done a better job utilizing that. Nothing on the door sill. You have rubberized mats with the Chevy emblem, rubberized pedals, OBD2 port, hood release, trailer brake, lighting for your dashboard, and then Camaro style gauges with your windshield washer stock. Otherwise, 10-way power adjustment leather seats. They are heated, which feel really nice, and then a power moonroof up top. Sitting inside the new Colorado is honestly greatly improved over the last one, while still being really comfortable and feeling like a GM truck. Good visibility throughout. You have the hood bulges on each side, which look really nice. You have the leather wrapped heated wheel, and we're gonna fire it right up. The screens come on, you can see the heads up display flashing. It's just the basic one for your adaptive cruise and safety features. Otherwise, the left of the wheel is all of your adaptive cruise control. The right is all your voice and volume. On the back of the wheel, you have volume controls and you have audio inputs back there. The horn sounds pretty decent. You have your windshield washer stock on the left, 6 o'clock handle, and then the big screen, which is really nice, really good clarity, but I honestly don't like how many features are controlled through it, such as just turning on your headlights and fog lights. I feel like that's kind of excessive. But it works pretty quickly. 11.3 inches, and you have wireless Android Auto, Apple CarPlay. When you go into reverse, you can see the 360-degree camera, which looks really good. And you can have that on while you're driving, which I really like in GM trucks. Otherwise, down here, you have all of your HVAC controls. You have your window drop, auto start stop, hazards, safety features, auxiliary power, USB-C and B, and then more forged carbon fiber with your wireless charger, piano black around the shifter and around the 4x4 two-wheel drive options, electronic parking brake, cup holders that have more of that same forged carbon fiber theme. And then you have your center console with a lifty tray, more carbon fiber theme down here, and a 12-volt, which look really nice. Up top, you have your controls for sliding and tilting the moonroof. You have your lights up here, just incandescent, fairly bright though for what they are. And then your HomeLink settings up top. Otherwise, we're gonna turn it off, hop in the back, and see how we fit in the back of this mid-size truck. The back door panel obviously follows the same design language, although again, I wish there was a bigger storage back here. You can barely fit a small 16-ounce bottle back here. Otherwise, you have a little bit of grip in case you have to step up there to get into the cabin, or if you had roof rails or something up top. Otherwise, at 5'11", I wish there was a grab handle on the B-pillar. I do have a map pocket, so I can be a backseat driver and tell people where I want to be chauffeured to. I have a few cup holders back here, ventilation and some more plugins, but no heated seat function. But I do have a few extra cup holders and an armrest right here. I wish this was rotated 90 degrees so you could use it as an armrest, your cup holders, and your passenger armrest if you want to. Otherwise, you do have some storage under the seats, as you can see here. And we're gonna hop out and show you the bed of the truck. The tailgate honestly looks pretty aggressive and really well designed back here. You can of course pull the key out of the remote if you want to lock the bed. Otherwise, when the truck's unlocked and that's unlocked, it drops easily. You have a little bit of a design on the top of the bed. You have a ruler inside the bed and then some extra cargo capacity right here in storage. Otherwise, this one has the bed liner, Chevy stamped in the back of the bed. You have some tie downs on each corner. You have a little bit of storage above the wheel wells. And then you have a 120 volt outlet, which again, you can turn on from inside the cabin. Looks really good back here. And it only takes 2 fingers or less to throw the tailgate into place. Same design language on the rear passenger side. I think if you're a fabricator, you could probably cut that hollow door panel out, make it a bigger door pocket, and then see if GM will hire you as one of their new design engineers. Otherwise, back here, it's the 40 split on the rear seat, map pocket, and no other surprises back here. And then if you're gonna ride shotgun, you have a slightly bigger door pocket, the bigger door panel, and it looks really nice up here. Same, basically not really anything on the door sill. And then you lose the power seats if you're the passenger, so if you want power seats, be the driver. Otherwise, our backpack's having a good time. There's no extra storage on the side, no upper glove box like some of the full-size Silverados have, but you have a decently sized glove box back here. And another Camaro vent. Otherwise, I know what you guys are waiting for. You want to see under the hood, you want to see what the 2.7 liter turbo looks like, and then we're going to take it on the road and see how fast it is. Under the hood, this LT has the upgraded 2.7 liter turbo, not to be confused with the high output 2.7 liter that's in the ZR2. Otherwise, it's really nice, really easy to identify everything under here. You have all of your reservoirs right up top. Your battery is on the passenger side. Your air filter is on the driver's side, all the baffling plumbing to quiet it down. You have your oil dipstick, you have your engine oil fill, and then you have the turbo with the passenger side exhaust over here. And you have your induction on the driver's side right there. There's actually a lot of room between the front of the engine and the radiator, so it probably wouldn't be too difficult to work on this. Even though it is a fairly big 4-cylinder engine, it fits nicely how it's tucked away inside the new Colorado. It's time to teleport and time travel to the road, see how it drives, and then we'll do the 0 to 60 with GPS. Initial driving impressions of the all-new Colorado is that it's fantastic. It feels like a really punchy, really powerful little mid-sized truck. Even without the high output 2.7 turbo, this one feels really good. Sitting inside it though, it's very ergonomically pleasing. Everything's right where you want it to be. Visibility is of course fantastic. And when you have the option Bose speakers like this one does, feels really good. Even our backpack's having a good time. The seats are not very well bolstered, so don't go around a corner too fast or you're gonna be sliding around. But otherwise, they're really comfortable, especially with the heated seat function that these have. The brakes work really well. These can tow up to about 7,700 pounds, so you can tow a Colorado behind a Colorado. You could basically tow a Silverado behind the Colorado if you want. But overall, it feels really good. The heated wheel function does work pretty well. I do like that there's the 6 o'clock position. And otherwise, I'm having a really good time behind the wheel. I'm going to show you how fast it is though, 0 to 60. We're at basically a mile above sea level today, density, altitude equivalent. So even though it's turboed, we're still going to be down on power about 10% because the less oxygen dense air that's getting compressed is still less oxygen dense. Anyways, we'll do a 4 auto launch with traction control off. I'll teleport to our private road and we'll get started with that. And true 0 to 60 came in at 7.08 seconds. Not bad given the fact that we're over a mile above sea level. Final thoughts of this all-new Colorado is I have been anxiously waiting to get to drive one, but also to share it with you guys, whether you're in the sun and the radiant red is shining, or you're in the shadows and admiring how the red tint coat changes color. It honestly looks really good. It looks like a very aggressive truck. There's a lot more detail in person that I don't think you're seeing on camera. It looks very muscular. It has a little bit of width to the front and rear fenders. And overall, the design of it is fantastic. I think it's greatly improved over the more rounded off last generation Colorados and Canyons. There's a reason that the Colorado sells about 3 to 1 compared to the Canyon. They're usually a little bit cheaper. And a lot of people like Chevy trucks because Chevy trucks usually outsell GM trucks in general. But this is seriously pretty sweet for being basically over a mile above sea level today to do a 7-second true time 0 to 60. That's honestly not bad given those elements. It's not going to be, you know, textbook magazine rated because we're not at sea level. It's not a cold day. We're not on a sticky drag strip. So for a mid-sized truck to do 7 seconds where we live is honestly pretty impressive, and I hope you guys can keep the perspective on that. But if you enjoyed my video, please consider liking my video. That act of kindness really goes a long way and helps me out. Subscribe if you want to watch more, and of course just comment your thoughts and opinions below. Are you going to drive one of these? Are you going to buy one of these? Have you been anxiously waiting your opportunity to drive one like I have? I want to know all of it. Keep in mind I'll link this one below if you're interested. Otherwise, take care guys. I'll see you on the next one.